Well, hello there, everyone, and how are you guys on this beautiful night? Yes, I know you cannot tell behind me. However, I am coming in because Stray Kids popped up on my TikTok feed earlier, and it was actually kind of funny. They were filming a dance portion of their music video to Chick Chick Boom, and they couldn't play it out while they were in public dancing, so they had to put their earbuds in. It was kind of funny, so it actually made me think, whatever happened to K-pop's best group? Because last year in the MTV Awards last September, Stray Kids, Blackpink, and aespa was, and a few others were in there to be, oh, I think BTS maybe too even, were all nominated to be the best K-pop group, and Stray Kids surprisingly won. So since then, to see them pop up on my feed, I was just like, okay, let's see what's going on with Stray Kids. Apparently that Chick Chick Boom song that they have made came out 11 days ago, and their album that they just recently released was within the last day. It was called 8, and I think it ate because it is number one. The album itself is number one, with Jimin just following right underneath him from BTS at number two. However, that's very impressive because Stray Kids has had 5 number one albums, and it just proves to me why they were crowned the best K-pop group according to MTV just not even a year ago. I'll say maybe about 10 months ago. So because of that, and I found out apparently Stray Kids' contract is getting ready to come to an end. It's getting ready to come to an end next year. So I'm not sure if they're going to re-sign contracts. I'm not sure what's going on with Stray Kids, but right now they are flying high. They released, like I said, they just recently released an album, and they are literally making K-pop history as we speak, just like some other K-pop groups. But I'm just glad to see that Stray Kids is living up to the name of best K-pop group. And yes, I did listen to Chick Chick Boom, and I also listened to, what was it, Masculine? Their Mountains. Yes, that was also a good album, good song. So with that being said, I'm going to shuffle the cards and pick a card to just symbolize what's going on with Stray Kids at this moment, like right now. Because it sounds like they are making strides, creating history, and yet they're at their prime and they're getting ready to come to an end. Like, they got to rethink. Do they want to re-sign another 7-year contract? So with that being said, let's see, just because that last card fell out. Okay, let's see what we have to represent Stray Kids. Okay, I see y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. That's amazing. All right, so with that being said, actually the way I pulled out these cards. Okay. Don't worry, guys. Hold on. I realize I have to do this a little bit differently. Because I want to make sure I pick it out right. Okay. I'm sorry. I am currently in the process of learning a new style. So that would be 1. Okay. 2, 3. I guess it really didn't matter now that I think about it. It actually did not matter. I'm literally laying out the cards in their same positions. Okay. So with that being said, what do we have for the cards at the moment to represent stray kids in their career at this time, and what their future is and where they came to today? So what I see right now, actually, this is kind of interesting because we see stray kids is meeting eye to eye to another, I'm going to say, female group, because that would be somebody that would be in their competitors, and because I'm reading as them as a whole and not individually, so therefore this could not represent anybody having a significant other. They may have it, who knows. However, because this is the K-pop boy group, then the counterpart is going to be the K-pop girl group. So I see there might be some rivalry. And why do I say that? Because actually, surprisingly, there's a lot of feminine energy in this reading. But I see right now that Stray Kids has a female competitor group out there that they are competing against for numbers. And what do I see outside of that? Really, at this moment, I see that oh yes, I also forgot to mention that apparently Stray Kids is also on a world tour, but only in Asia and Australia. So maybe this could represent, because I'm not sure if the CEO or manager, maybe they have a manager that's a female that watches over them. I'm not sure, because we have somebody who they hold up to not high regards, but somebody that they respect, and because of that, they, talking about Stray Kids, they it could be their manager, it could be their CEOs, whatever it is, and maybe there could even be their fans. Who knows? They could very much have a very female dominant fan base. Because of that, they think about their fans too. But all I can say is that Stray Kids have accomplished a lot, because I'm not sure if so they've been together for 7 years, because their contract was 7 years. So in 7 years, they've managed to gain this popularity and make strides in success as another K-pop group outside of the big names that we already know that has made strides in the industry. Now Stray Kids is just another group to add to that roster, or add to that list. And because of that, they've overcome to not allow their thoughts or maybe their doubts to weigh them down, because if they do, they won't be able to perform in meets and be what their fan base wants them to be. Let's just say that's the case, because they have so much going for them. Their fans love them. They are on a world tour. They're still making albums, and who knows what their next step is if they're going to re-sign their contracts. But I see in the what would be considered the past, I see that maybe one thing that Stray Kids could have a problem with is looking back in the past. If the best thing I could say is looking at where they've come from and where they are now. This could also be because of what they're going to do with their contracts. But because of that, they are seeing what they've achieved and what they've accomplished over the years of being a boy group. And because of that, maybe sometimes, like I was saying earlier, that could come in their way of how they perform in the coming future for them, because they can be a little too focused on perfection. Basically, they just want to. You guys love them, and they're just like, we want to make sure we give you guys what you love. So they don't want to do things haphazardly or put out music that maybe they're not even really a huge fan of or can't even get into it. And if they can't, they learn to get into it because it's all about pleasing the fans, which always seems to be like a common theme whenever I read about these K-pop groups as a whole. But I definitely understand that it is a big connection between the K-pop artists and their fans. It's like one big family, honestly, because I see in their future what they don't see is other competitors that are within their field, because they are making paths, doing their own thing. They I don't want to say they can get clouded or get lost in the sauce, but basically they're not particularly focused on their male competitors, it seems like, within their occupation of being in the industry, because I did say that they were more focused on a female energy than focusing on the male component. And who knows, they may just have a male fan base too. I'm not sure. It's K-pop is honestly all about that fan service and pleasing the fans. But there's a whole lot of people in the reading. We have powerful female figures. We have male companions, female companions. There's just so much people in their reading. So many people that they have to think about. So many people that they have to work together with. But I see everything that they have accomplished. We don't see any people. What they've accomplished is a very long journey, 7-year battle to get where they have been. They've accomplished overcoming their thoughts and overcoming their doubts of where this group could go and how far this group can go and if they could be as big as, because that's everybody's K-pop dream. But are they ever going to attain that status? And for Stray Kids to attain the status and title that they have, they are grateful for everything that they've achieved, and they continue to think about those things. And they are also presently surprised, and they enjoy the positive feedback that they get from their fans because they love you. And it's a equal exchange between what Stray Kids likes to bring to the literal stage and how they connect with you guys. I've literally been even seeing some funny Stray Kids videos where I think his name was Han forgot to go back to the stage and he had to run up. Stray Kids has been popping up on my feed. So because of that, it's a great time. I see they are really enjoying themselves on this tour and connecting with their fans. And that could be why they have so many people surrounding them, because they are on tour. And because of that, like I said, they could very much have a very strong female base. And because of that, that's why they're always thinking about a feminine energy, whether that be a manager, whether that be their fans, whether it just might even be their CEO, if their CEO is a male or female. Or it could just be, well, if they're on tour at the moment, who knows? Maybe they could be making collaborations with brand deals as well, who could be female owned. That's okay. They could be making brand deals with companies or CEOs that are females. Whatever it is, there is a strong, the one thing's for sure, like I say, there are so many people in this situation, but specifically there is a whole lot of feminine energy. So because of that, I'm not really sure how to correlate that to the boys themselves, as they are K-pop idols, and because of that, they aren't really supposed to be dating. I mean, I'm not sure what the rules are for specifically Stray Kids and their company. Who knows? Maybe they are able to have a relationship as long as it does not interfere with work. But honestly, they're so dedicated to their fans and their job that him being a K-pop group, that I don't think they really are even thinking or having the time to develop a relationship, because they love doing what they're doing so much. And because of that, like I keep saying, I feel like I think they just have a female dominant base. And because of that, they're always thinking of their fans, because they literally wouldn't be here without their fans. So because of that, they want to keep performing and keep giving to their fans as a way of gratitude, to not only put out music and do what they love doing, but also to give back to the people that love them and love what they're doing, and to continue to support them. And for that, they appreciate you guys. Okay. They appreciate you guys, and because of that, they want to make sure that they are able to give back and show that they are so appreciative of the fact that you guys gotten to allow them to live their dreams, basically. And because of that, they just want to show their gratitude by doing world tours, making more albums, being dedicated when it comes to practice, who knows, making brand deals and finding other ways to get themselves exposure, so that way you guys can continue to consume their media and enjoy them. So with that, I really think that Stray Kids is riding high on their career at this moment, because of how much they care to connect with their fan base. And I mean, not saying that other groups don't do that, but it just seems like there's so many people in this reading, and feminine energy on top of that. I just feel as though Stray Kids is where they are today because of who they surround themselves with, and the people that surround them I don't even see a back card in here. So the people that surround them are really getting them connected and really taking them to higher guards, achievements, making records. And because of that, because you guys make them grow, they're going to continue to grow, so you guys can grow with them. So it's basically an all-around a pleasant experience. And I could see why now Stray Kids would be so beloved by their fans, and is still probably wearing that crown big as the best K-pop group out there, according to MTV. Hopefully they'll run again this year. We'll see. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading, and yes, please, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, as well as if you are subscribed already, please give us a thumbs up. And please, if you would like me to read on anybody, please leave the comments down below, and I will read on them. And with that being said, thank you for this reading, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this about Stray Kids. And with that being said, sunflowers.